Cloud. Okay, so before we get excited, we're actually going to record this so we can send this out for later as well. So I'm just going to go ahead and pull up a PowerPoint with a bit of luck.
Yeah, I can see the screen.
Okay, great. So today what we're going to be discussing, and this, I'll actually show you how this ties into some of the new developments that we've been doing both with the Genius and with the Insight Quanta Capsule. But I think, one of the benefits that we have as a company with the Genius Insight Health apps together with the Insight Quanta Capsule is how you can build a completely remote biofeedback voice analysis business. In other words, I'm sure many of you are in a clinical practice or many of you are looking at investing in the Genius and trying to find ways where you can actually monetize this. One of the benefits with this technology, because it is technology that can be downloaded through the internet, you can really create an entire virtual business and you do not even need to have one person come into your practice anymore. You can create a truly remote biofeedback voice analysis business. And I guess my question to you is that exciting to you? Is it something that you are interested in? I think, one of the benefits with the remote biofeedback, it really does give you the sort of freedom and flexibility to be able to create your own life and be able to take on clients as and when you need it. But anyway, my name is Ryan Williams. I am one of the developers and the founder of Possibility Wave. As a company, we've been involved with these type of avant-garde mobile applications for a good 13 to 14 years. It's been an absolute journey and a half. To think that our first mobile application came out about 13 years ago was pretty wild. And, obviously over the years, we've expanded, we've grown, we've added more programs, we've added more apps, we've done white label apps for different MLM companies, etc. But, at the end of the day, there's always one device, which is our flagship device, and that is the Genius Insight mobile application that is compatible both with your Apple devices and even your MacBook M1, as well as your Android tablets and then your Android devices, even the Chromebook. Really anything that can download a mobile application from your Google Play Store or from your Apple App Store will pretty much ensure that the Genius can actually run on that specific device. So we are headquartered in California. We've been here for the last 15 years, I believe. And, really, one of the benefits of our technology is we really do have a global reach of practitioners all over the world. And for those of you that are new to Insight Health Apps and are new to the Genius Insight, we welcome you. In this presentation, we're going to be showing you how to build a remote biofeedback practice utilizing existing technology that we've got. And what I'm hoping is at the end of the presentation, I can actually go through a bit more details and show you how we've actually reworked some of the Insight Quanta Capsule and then the Genius Insight to make it a better, a better experience for both yourself as well as a new potential remote biofeedback client. So I guess the first question is this webinar for you? So if you are a wellness seeker, if you are an existing practitioner, are you looking to add a product, a tangible product that's going to appeal to a global audience? Now, the reason why I say a tangible product is that I'm sure many of you are familiar with, remote work or long distance healing or Reiki, anything that involves a long distance or subspace or metaspace type of aspect. And there are many products out there that are like that. But, the problem is that you already lose 50% of the market if you let people know that it's through long distance that you can balance them. The reality is the majority of the community are just not there yet. And that was something that was really important to us. And that is why we developed the Insight Quanta Capsule. The idea behind the Insight Quanta Capsule was to enhance your remote biofeedback experience while at the same time actually giving your clients a real tangible product that they could look at, they could get involved with, they could upload the voice, they could download their frequencies and really kind of make it user interactive experience. So if that's something that you're looking for and you're looking at actually building a remote biofeedback practice, we essentially have two different products that we use to help build the practice. The first is your Genius Insight Quanta Capsule, and then the second will be your Genius Insight. So the Genius Insight is essentially used by yourself in a practice environment. If you're a home wellness seeker, if you have your own interest in natural health and wellness, then obviously the Genius Insight is for you. What the Genius Insight does, it provides the analysis. And then if we look at the Quanta Capsule, the Quanta Capsule is available for your clients to download. It's a free download. It's a 2-week free trial, so they can use it for free. And that creates the bridge or the mechanism where you can export a custom playlist of specific frequencies to your clients, no matter where they are in the world. So first of all, let's have a look at the Insight Quanta Capsule. So the Insight Quanta Capsule, again, available on the App Store, available on Google Play Store. And really what this does, it allows your clients to, first and foremost, create their own profile. Once they've created their own profile, they will then essentially sync their profile with your profile by means of your email address. The Quanta Capsule client can then proceed to upload their voice and their image. As a Genius practitioner, you get that via email, but it's automatically loaded into your Genius software. You then go ahead, you run the scan, you run the analysis, you create a custom playlist of healing frequencies based upon your user's voice upload. So in other words, using the Quanta Capsule, your client anywhere in the world will upload their voice sample. You will take that voice sample, you will run it through the Genius Insights, and the Genius Insight will create a custom playlist of sound frequencies that you then in turn send back to your client's Quanta Capsule. They use that for 7 days. After these 7 days, obviously your body changes, so therefore those frequencies expire, and your client will need to contact you again for another top-up service. So that's really the nuts and bolts of the Quanta Capsule. We obviously have a lot more features embedded within the Quanta Capsule, but those are the two primary functions of the Insight Quanta Capsule. Now, for those of you that are new to the Quanta Capsule, for those of you that are not a Genius Insight practitioner, so I'm sorry, I see many of my existing Genius Insight practitioners that are on here. However, this is a webinar special that I'm offering to anyone that is looking at getting involved with the Genius, with this remote biofeedback service. As part of our presentation today, if you reach out to us and you are not a Genius Insight current practitioner and you decide to invest in the Genius, we're going to be gifting you 5 Quanta Capsules. It's like a $325 value. That is to help you and get you going to start building your practice. Genius Insight practitioners, don't worry, I got you covered. Get in touch with us. If you refer one of your leads to purchase one of these services, gladly gift you one of these 5 Quanta Capsules as well. So all you've got to do to get 5 Quanta Capsules is reach out to one of your clientele and see if you can get them on board with the Genius Insight package. So next we're looking at the Genius Insight remote biofeedback voice analysis. So first and foremost, as technology changes, as we develop new algorithms and new frequencies and new modules, and just like we have done now, you have forever free software updates. People say we're insane, but at the end of the day, you know, we spend a lot of time and money on the research and development and making the Genius Insight the bigger, better, stronger, faster than any other technology out there. And we do not want to limit you by means of your budget where we have to charge you for each and every software update. And to be real candid with you, to even try to manage that, I think would be a nightmare. So to make things simple, to make things easy, forever free software updates. And, you know, with the Genius Insight, it is a full suite of holistic healthcare tools at your disposal. People refer to the Genius Insight as a doctor in your pocket. Obviously, we don't diagnose, we don't treat, we don't cure, we don't do all those weird and wonderful things. But, you know, certainly what the Genius Insight can do, it can offer you insight into stress that is within your body. And really, the Genius Insight can be used by both a licensed practitioner or it can be used by people that are just looking at learning more about their health, that have a natural interest in health and wellness. My sense with the Genius Insight is kind of twofold. If you're a practitioner and you have a lot of experience within a clinical environment, you can utilize the technology to a much deeper extent, where you can actually drill down so much deeper, and you can understand the patterns, you can look for the correlations, and therefore the results can certainly kind of pop out much easier to you. As a health and wellness seeker, someone that's naturally interested in learning more about their body and learning more about how they can tune up their body, the Genius Insight is still simple and easy to use. It's got a lot of basic functions where you literally load, scan, tap, and push a play button, and it can balance all the high and low numbers. So in other words, it's a very intuitive user interface. Obviously can be used by a licensed practitioner. They can get into the roots or into the deeper understanding much easier. Home and wellness seeker, maybe you don't have that experience, but nonetheless, there are a lot of automated programs that you can actually access where you can provide immediate relief and balancing, and can certainly gain benefits from the Genius Insights. So, in terms of our community, we have been around for many, many years. We have tons of training courses available within Kajabi. We have a YouTube account with hundreds of free training videos. We recently developed a exponential training program, and we've subsequently had a certification course endorsed through the Quantum University as a vocal bioresonance health coach. So for those of you that do want to take your practice or want to take your skills to another level, you can certainly reach out to us, and you can become certified as a vocal bioresonance health coach with the Quantum University. The course for the health coach, I think, is about $6,400. However, we do have a lot of scholarships available where I believe you can get this course for about $1,300, if I'm not mistaken. So that is a coupon that's been gifted to us by the Quantum University. If that interests you, please reach out. I'd love to give you a coupon for that course. Going back to the Genius Insight mini course, that is free. It does contain a lot of high-end graphical short video explainers, and those have actually been tied into the health coach with the Quantum University. And we obviously have a large community on Mighty Networks. We have a chat function within the Genius. Basically, we have a lot of support available out there. We have a large community. Our community is on a global scale. That's why we use private groups like Mighty Networks and Facebook groups, etc. It's a way where we can reach out to all of our users in a simple and easy manner. Because we all know that emails are not the best, but certainly when it comes to social media or a way for our community to connect, obviously, Mighty Networks and Facebook is an absolute winner for us. So again, not for our existing Genius practitioners, but for those of you that are looking at getting involved in this process as a Genius Insight remote biofeedback voice analysis technician, I'm sure you're wondering what your setup costs are. Like with everything, yes, there is a setup cost. However, our packages start as little as $997. They can go up to $6,000, $7,000, no problem. But what is important here is that you can get going for as little as $97 a month. In other words, for $97 a month, you can actually open up your own remote biofeedback practice. Now, as far as I'm concerned, if you get started for $97 a month and you cannot make $97 a month by offering a remote biofeedback service, then I would probably agree with you. It's maybe not the best investment. But at $97 or even $997 for a full lifetime license, that really does give you all the tools that you need to start opening up your biofeedback practice. We actually go one step further. Hope I will be able to show you this, but within the Quanta Capsule, we actually do have a way where you can actually generate clientele of our marketing efforts. So yes, you do not need to spend any marketing dollars, but we can provide you with the opportunity where you can essentially generate clients through our own marketing efforts. So as a practitioner, perhaps you want to customize your package. We do have 2 or 3 sort of standard packages that we offer. However, we recognize that many of you may have a specific need, and with that in mind, we certainly can create a custom package to suit your needs. Now, look, at the end of the day, obviously we'd love to get you involved in this opportunity. We feel it's a great opportunity, but at the end of the day, we need to look at the actual revenue streams for you as a practitioner. So, we've kind of shared our thought from the manufacturer side, from the developer side, in terms of the technology that we have, and I'll show you later on how it actually syncs together and how they actually talk to one another. But at the end of the day, you always have the miracle and the marketing. In other words, in order to make the miracle happen, we need the marketing. In order to have the marketing, we need to have the sales skill. We need to have an income opportunity for you as a practitioner. So in terms of setting up your revenue streams, there's many different ways that you can do this. You can offer a subscription service, or you can do a per service billing, per service billing, or equally, you can even charge a service fee per scan. Now, a lot of people ask us, how much should I charge for a scan? It really depends on your market. It depends on your expertise, depends on how you are even presenting this technology. If you present this technology as a standalone Genius scan, then you can charge just for the scan. If you do a consultation, you can then charge just for the consultation. What some practitioners do is that they just incorporate the Genius in their normal session cost. So in other words, if a client is coming in for an hour, they're not charging the client anymore, but really what they're doing is they're just giving the client a better value for money experience. One of the benefits with this technology, because it has a really good visual graphic interface, when your clients look at this information, as an example, if you find a certain imbalance in the body, when you show that to the client, it kind of anchors in from a visual healing capability, because now they're looking at a piece of technology and saying, oh, my liver is stressed today. And by looking at that word liver, that kind of, it sinks in that that is an issue, that is something that needs to be balanced. So it's a very kind of visual, interactive reinforcement tool as far as I'm concerned. What some practitioners do, they offer a monthly subscription of basically $100 a month for 4 scans. So basically every week they pay you $25, and remember, every week the frequencies actually expire. So they would need to contact you, charge them $25 a week. You give them 4 scans with a report, load it into the Quanta capsule, and then they can run those frequencies for up to 7 days. If you feel that $100 is a bit out of your clientele budget, it's okay. Charge them $50. At the end of the day, you want to get clientele coming in, and you want to be able to build your practice. And that is how we can support you. We can provide you with advice and guidance, but really you do need to look at your kind of local environment and, decide what the right target price is for you. Other income opportunities. We will go through the library function later on this morning. You can always become a Genius ambassador. In other words, you really love our product and you want to go out and share our product with clientele. Yes, we do offer a ambassador commission. Please reach out to us privately about that. Love to help you with that. We have a nutritional line. We're always looking for people to do demos. You can resell your Quanta capsules. We do have bulk purchases. So once you start building up your Quanta capsule practice, you can start buying them in bulk. You can save on that as well. And, obviously one of the benefits here is that, to me, this opportunity really does give you the opportunity to market yourself to a global audience. I think the days gone of, opening up a brick and mortar clinic is obviously there's still a lot of value there because that's what a lot of people like. But I think at the end of the day, just relying on people to come to your clinic is really challenging. And with that said, finding ways to generate additional revenue outside of your brick and mortar, I think, is really important. So I'm going to give you just a quick little promotional video. I'm hoping this video can play. I'm not too sure if I'll be able to see whether it does or not. But I'm just going to go ahead and click on play and assume that you can hear the audio. And
Genius Insight Health Apps welcomes you to the world of remote biofeedback practice, a revolutionary approach to holistic health and wellness. Remote biofeedback uses cutting-edge technology to analyze the body's energetic patterns and provide real-time feedback for self-regulation, healing, and balance. By leveraging science and state-of-the-art mobile technology, practitioners can conduct sessions beyond physical boundaries, connecting with clients no matter where they are.
How do people not know about this?
The possibility to use the Genius for long distance treatments, this has made a very big difference.
We have a very large user base of practitioners all around the world.
The Genius is not only an affordable biofeedback piece of technology, it provides information about the body, mind, and the spirit that otherwise we would not be conscious about.
What the Genius represents is bringing all of these modalities into one system.
Let's see what the benefits of remote biofeedback practice are. Convenience. Clients can participate from the comfort of their home, saving time and making sessions more accessible. Flexibility. Practitioners can expand their reach and work with clients across the globe, breaking down geographic limitations. Enhanced precision. Advanced devices and software ensure accurate readings and tailored feedback. Consistency. Remote setups allow for regular follow-ups, fostering long-term commitment to wellness. Cost effectiveness. Both clients and practitioners save on travel and physical resources, creating targeted treatment plans. With remote biofeedback, holistic practitioners can transform the way they support clients, making healing more accessible, personalized, and effective.
I see remarkable changes in my clients. It's truly my pocket doctor.
It gives you the tools, it gives you all this data where you can start looking at the energetic field of the client from a truly holistic perspective.
This is where the miracles happen.
So, what are you waiting for? Click on the link and get started today.
Okay, so hopefully everyone was able to watch and actually hear that audio. If not, that would have been a super
No,
boring.
it was perfect.
Oh, okay, cool. All right, thanks. Okay, so with that said as well, obviously we've been spending a lot of time really exploring the concept behind the remote biofeedback practice. And with that in mind, what we are going to be starting shortly is a new series of marketing campaigns. Obviously, you saw the teaser video there, and I'm just sharing with you some of the assets and some of the promotional material that we have been working on. So for those of you that are on social media and Facebook, when you start seeing these images pop up, you know that we are talking to you because we know that you need to take advantage of our remote biofeedback service. Let's see if we have anything else. So just a few more images. So again, all of these are available to you as a practitioner. We make these available through one of our Dropbox links, and you can use this to post on your own social media channels. You can use this to send out emails to help build up your own biofeedback practice. What I'm going to do is just kind of stop this right here and just actually see if we have any questions in the meantime, because I've been having a jolly old chat all by myself.
I do request anyone that does, please ask in the chat, just so we're not all talking over each other. I'm going to keep everyone muted.
Muted, yeah, please, if you can, that'd be great. Yes, again, if you have any questions. Oh, did you want
Sorry.
to? Oh, thanks. Great.
I muted you.
Okay, so yeah, if you have any questions, I am going to do my best to get to the questions, but really what I want to do now is actually go through the Insight Quantum Capsule now. I just want to show you some of the changes. Now, what I am showing you now, please understand, it is still in beta mode. I do not have a specific release date yet. We just want to make sure. So we don't want to make sure anything. I don't want to mess up again. That's really what I'm trying to say. Typically what I do is I get so excited with software updates that I just release it. And then like I do the testing and I kind of cross my fingers and I figure everything is going to be good. We're trying to be a bit more professional. And what we are trying to do is go through proper beta testing and make sure that it's compatible on all different devices and all those weird and wonderful things. Because at the end of the day, you practitioners drive our business, and when I make silly mistakes like that, I impact your business. So instead of impacting your business, I'd like to find a way to enhance your business. So with that said, what I'm going to be showing you now, it is still in beta phase. It will be released over the course of the next kind of 4 to 8 weeks. We haven't really decided, but we are super excited about it. And I think the first thing that I'm going to do now is we're going to go through the Insight Quanta capsule. And again, just give you some idea, you know, what we are looking at doing over the next 4 to 6 months is placing a lot of emphasis on the actual Insight Quanta capsule as a remote biofeedback tool. What we've been doing over the many years is we've been promoting the Genius Insight Biofeedback app in terms of how it can transform your life, which it can. But really, the other thing that we would like to do now is to find a way where we can actually really start pushing the Insight Quanta capsule. It is available on the App Store. We have a lot of people that download the Quanta capsule, but they are not linked to an existing practitioner. So we would like to find a way where we can create an opportunity for those people that download the Insight Quanta capsule looking for a remote biofeedback experience. They can reach out to any one of our practitioners and they can schedule a session. So that's really the kind of goal behind the development of the Insight Quanta capsule. And let me just see if I can be fancy again and share the Insight Quanta capsule. Okay, so hopefully you can see this is the Insight Quanta capsule. We have made some changes. This will be the first instructional page. So we have 3 different instructional pages, just because now again, we have people that are not familiar with the Quanta capsule. They are not familiar with the Genius. So we've given them a few instructional screens. Going to go ahead and click on continue, and then they are ready to get started. So again, they're ready to get started. They can either log in as an existing user or they're going to create a new user profile. So for this purpose, I want to actually just show you what it's like to create a new user profile, and to give you a visual idea in terms of what the Insight Quanta capsule new user will be experiencing for the first time. We'll go ahead and click on sign up. Okay. So the first page that appears now is this instructional page or this alert or this pop-up message. So it gives the client 2 options. Are you ready to schedule your Genius Biofeedback remote experience? So if you want to connect me to my existing Genius remote biofeedback practitioner, nothing changes. The user will click on that. They will enter your email address. They will then upload their voice, image, and everything else, and then you will get notified via email. And then all of that information will obviously be located in your Genius Insight app as well. So that's the first option. Obviously now with the change in marketing, with a change in focus towards the Insight Quanta capsule, we are anticipating there will be many people who have arrived here for the first time. They don't know what the Quanta capsule is, but they're looking for a remote biofeedback session. So I want to experience Genius Remote Biofeedback for the first time. They're going to go ahead and click on that. Sadly, in today's world, we need to have 25,000 disclaimers, but there we have our disclaimers. And then our technicians will appear here. So these are going to be individuals like yourself. And again, we are looking for existing Genius Insight practitioners, and we are looking for new remote Genius technicians as well, to join our group, to become part of this directory where users can go, they can view your profile, and then they can go ahead and schedule a booking. Now, obviously, these names and everything are fictitious test dummies that we've been using. So just imagine you've got your name here with your picture here and your bio, what you focus on, etc. And as an example, perhaps I want to explore a session with Priyanka. I'm going to go ahead and click on OK. This would be your image biography of yourself, your duration, how long your sessions are, your reviews, your practice specialities. So this is what you are focusing on. And then I have 2 options here. I can either schedule a remote biofeedback session, or if I have any questions, I can click here. If I click here, it'll open up an email to you and they will have questions. And then again, by all means, it's entirely up to you to reach out to your client, to reach out to this potential prospect and see if you can get them to book in for a session. The remote biofeedback session, this is customizable at the moment for your own. You can customize the price and the time based upon your own needs and based upon what you choose to do. I think we have it set up as a default for 25 minutes or for $25, but on the back end that I will take you through now, I'll actually go ahead and show you that. But in the meantime, let's just say I'm really interested in this client and I want a remote biofeedback session. I'm going to go ahead and schedule a remote biofeedback session. And I think I'm safe to share this card over the internet because it's a dummy card. Going to go ahead and click on save. Card saved successfully. And now I can just go ahead and click on pay now. And essentially, I've now completed a payment of $25 with this client. With this practitioner. This practitioner will be notified. They will be notified via email. And they will then have to reach out and liaise with your client directly. So I'm going to go ahead and click on thanks, and then it'll automatically walk me through the process. Don't show me again. I'm going to go ahead and click on OK. Let's go ahead and record this. So yeah, we're recording the 15 seconds. And typically, we want to say the vowels very slowly, A, E, I, O, U. And once that's completed, we'll upload an image. Upload voice. Take a picture. Finish. Okay, so that is now the entire process. As you can see, for a new user coming into the flow, it's very simple. We give them the opportunity to go to the directory. Once they're at the directory, they can schedule an appointment. They make the appointment, and then it goes straight into the voice and the image upload. That practitioner automatically gets that voice and image uploaded into their Genius, and then they can start the assessment. However, once all that's complete, we bring the user back to the main dashboard page, and we give them the option of free solfeggio and chakra balancing tones, or adding fractals to the playlist, or an e-course. So we put this up, as an additional box because typically once your client has gone through the voice and the image upload, they then get to a blank page. And frankly, we did find through the analytics, a lot of people got stuck and they didn't really know what to do. So what we're trying to do here is give people some options, some quick explore options. So as you know, anyone that does download the Quanta capsule, they do get access to these 2 free playlists. So if I want to go ahead and load my chakra playlist, you can see I've got my chakras, add the items to the tray. Now what your client can do while they are waiting for you to complete your assessment and to export the frequencies, they can go ahead and balance their chakras in the meantime. Okay, from the Insight Quanta capsule side, under the navigation in the top right, we have probably removed it. Okay, the good news is, as you can see, my scan results, so still in beta. Typically on this page over here, you'll have a button that says schedule appointments. And then you can click on that schedule appointment, and then you can go ahead and find someone within that directory. Obviously right now, the goal here is to increase our Genius directory. But again, we don't want just anyone being eligible to be able to do these scans and be able to do these sessions. Obviously, you do need to have a certain skill set. You do need to be familiar with the Insight Quanta capsule as well as the Genius to be able to qualify to be on the Quanta capsule directory. Okay, so that's basically the Quanta capsule that we are looking for, that we have at the moment. I'm going to go ahead and stop share. See if we have any questions on social media groups. Sorry, I'm just busy going through the questions here. Okay, doesn't seem to be to add new clients. Okay, so that's the Quanta capsule, which I think kind of goes through some of the main features, some of the changes that we've done. What I'd like to do now is to switch over and see if we can pull up the Genius. Okay, can everyone see the Genius here? Kayla, can you see the Genius?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Excellent. Okay. So from the Genius, we've made a few additional changes as well. First thing, I'm just going to, no, we're going to come back to the libraries. Let's kind of stay focused here. So for the Genius, you can apply to become a Genius Insight remote biofeedback technician by going down to the navigation, or going up to the navigation, going to the Quanta capsule, Quanta membership. And then over here, you'll see get listed Quanta capsule directory. So if you would like to get listed, you can go ahead and click on this. You can make the application. This is a manual approval process. So in other words, we will get an email. We will then have a review of each and every person. If we feel that you would be a great fit, we let you know. If we don't, we let you know what we'd like to see. Typically, if you have not done the vocal bioresonance course and you are not a certified practitioner of some sort, obviously we need to know that you do have a lot of experience with the Genius Insight, that you do feel capable, being able to run a scan, being able to run a session. There's no hard and fast rule about what makes somebody eligible or not. It really is just a case-by-case basis. Obviously we would like to get a lot more structured in terms of, well, if this, then that. But the reality is there are many of you that do not have any specific certification, but you're probably more clued up than most people are, or certainly more clued up than a medical doctor is. I guess I'm not allowed to say that, but the reality is, the more you learn, and if you have a passion about this, we're not really interested in specific certifications because we think that's kind of nonsense. If you have a passion, we want to work with you. So get listed Quanta capsule directory. Great news is I already got approved. I don't know why. They probably felt sorry for me. But once you get approved, you will be taken to a back end like this. Okay. Now, to be clear, there is a subscription fee for this. It is, I think, $8 or $9 a month. If you are not making $8 or $9 a month through this service, by all means, please do cancel it. This is very server intensive. It is very intensive just in terms of what it takes to be able to have the data go backwards and forwards. We just felt that it was a nominal price of $8 or $9 to have you listed here. It does give you the wonderful marketing opportunity to open yourself up to thousands and thousands of people that are currently using the Insight Quanta capsule, and obviously thousands and thousands of people more. So, we think it's something that is of value. And again, if you're not making your $9 a month through the service, then I would suggest canceling it. I'm sure we'll have a week or two trial. But again, all of this is still in beta. We are busy working it out. And, even for those of you that are here, I'd love to get your feedback. Is this something that excites you? If so, great. If not, why? Any suggestions or improvements? So once we're looking at this page, basically we've been approved. We then go to our profile page, and obviously your practitioner profile. You can select any 3 modalities here, any 3 focus points, or any between 3 and 5 actually, that you want to focus on. And then your brief bio, your specialities, website, Facebook, and then Instagram, and then you can go ahead and update. So all of this information that you're updating here is going to be what is on public display within the Quanta Capsule. So someone that's looking for a session within the Quanta Capsule is going to see all of this information over here. Your history will give you all of your past records, every person that you have consulted with, again, only through this service. So if you're having clients come in through any other mechanism, that's fine. This is just people that have paid you, people that have booked. This is where you've got your accounting and your history here. You can view your live listing. So this will be what your live listing looks like. And again, you'll see I've got my different Facebook pages here, my practice specialities, etc. And then I can go to my settings. I can choose how long I want a session to be. Maybe I want to reduce my sessions to, let's say, maybe 30 minutes. Whoops. And I maybe want to reduce my price down to $25. You can go ahead and do that and click on set. And this means that on your profile, it'll show that you're offering 30-minute sessions for $25. And then settings, and then history, profile, view my live listing, and then your subscription. And over here is basically where you can sign up. Okay, it's $9 a month. You can cancel anytime. This is the information. These are the benefits that you actually get with the Quanta Capsule directory. Okay, so that's all the Quanta Capsule directory, which I think is kind of cool. Let me just quickly stop there and see if I can answer any questions if we have any. Genius for 3 years, I've paid for all the courses which I'm working with you, but haven't. Yes, just to answer your questions, your quantum CBT, QBT, IQM, all of those certifications are accepted, absolutely no problem. Lisa, hopefully I've answered your question. Hopefully that'll give you some insights. Okay, next thing I want to share. I've got a few more minutes. Let's see if we can whiz through this as well. Genius Insight. Sorry, there was another question. Will there be a pricing option for individual or group sessions? Barbara, so there's a question here. Will there be a pricing option for individual and group sessions? Barbara, it's a great question right now. I wish I could give you a legitimate answer. I think, what we're trying to do now is sort of build this out as a kind of phase 1 or a version 1.0. And then we'll see how it goes. We'll see people's response. And, at the end of the day, really, it's only once people begin using it do we really get valuable feedback. Because as much as what I've got a conceptual idea up in my mind that, I'm trying to share, or we're trying to develop, it's only once we've got 2, 3, 4,000 users using this on a kind of day-to-day basis do they find the real kinks and ways to improve it. But I'm certainly not saying yes. I'm certainly not saying no to it. What I am saying is I really do appreciate your feedback and thank you. And please, by all means, keep sharing your feedback. So the next thing is, again, for those of you that are new here, do you know that you can buy libraries directly through the Genius Insight? Here we are. We have the opportunity where you can actually buy libraries. So as you know, one of the cornerstones with the Genius Insight is the ability to be able to not only create your own libraries, but also import and share your libraries with fellow Genius ambassadors around the world. So as you can see, we have a library ambassador program here. We do have a very small handful of ambassadors at the moment. Again, it was in beta phase. I'd like to say it's kind of out of beta phase. If you are interested in having your libraries listed where you can make additional revenue, by all means, you can go to the Library Ambassador Program and click on the application, and then we can reach out to you. But for argument's sake, let's just say that you have been accepted. You can now, well, before we do that, let's first of all go to the Buy Libraries option. We have made some changes here, some user interface changes to try to give you a better experience, because we felt, once you've got 2, 3, 4,000 libraries up there, it's going to be really, really difficult to be able to search through all of those different libraries. But just let's say for myself, I want to go ahead and buy some libraries. Okay, this hasn't changed. You can either buy libraries as a master branch or as individual libraries. So for argument's sake, for me, let's say I just want to go to my library section, and you'll see we've now broken up the libraries into, I think 13, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, into 13 different modalities. Now, again, this is only within the library marketplace within the Genius. So when you get to the modality, you need to select, well, maybe I want to have a look at detox. I want to see which libraries have been categorized according to detoxification. Now, I'm just warning you, we'll probably have none here because we haven't started getting our library creators to start kind of redoing their libraries. But as an example, let's say I wanted to see all the libraries related to detox. I would go ahead and click on that. And then obviously here it will show all the libraries that are available that have been linked to detox. You'll see that these ones created by Ryan do not have an add to cart for the simple reason that I already own them because they are mine. And then obviously the one down here, we can go ahead and click on add to cart. You know, one of the benefits about buying libraries online is that you buy them, you get them immediately. There's no waiting for an activation code or an email code or anything like that. You buy it, it automatically downloads the library into your shared library, and then you are good to go. So there's no wait time or anything along those lines. Again, if you want a better filter system, if we click on the filter system, these are different keywords that you can go ahead and search for as well. So maybe I want to look for libraries that are related to any of these. So this is like a kind of keyword cloud. I can select as many as I want, click on search, and then it'll show me those items related to each and every one of those that I've searched. On the bottom here, I can click on clear all filters. And then as you can see, we then have the original list of all the different libraries available. You may be interested in actually buying libraries from a specific ambassador. So here you can go here and you can view the specific ambassadors that are currently live and available. Obviously, this is all test. This is all test, so you won't see these names on your actual real Genius. And this is available right now, besides that new keyword function and then those modality options. But again, I really want to encourage you, if you haven't purchased libraries online, by all means, go to the buy libraries, try that out as an experience, and let us know what you've let us know what your thoughts are. So then the next question is probably for many of our library creators and our ambassadors is, how do I go ahead and make these changes? Well, kind of simple. You can only do this through the Genius, through the Library Ambassador program. So as you can see, I am already an approved Library Ambassador. And here I've got my profile. I've got my sales and default pricing. So this is my profile just in terms of, what will be displayed when people are purchasing the libraries. I'm sure they want to know more about me. And then I can set a default pricing for all of the libraries and all of the master branches. Just means if you want to make individual changes to the library prices, you can do that. Here are my libraries for sale. As you can see, I can turn my libraries on and off myself. I have the flexibility to be able to choose which libraries I want to have on sale and not on sale at that time. But what is important is, first of all, you got your customer list here. So anyone that purchases libraries from you, you will have a complete transaction history here. So you can kind of cross-check your sales. But what I wanted to share with you is all of your libraries. So as you can see, we have those new sort of filter process and the new keyword process. And to do that, it is a manual process. So for our existing Genius library creators, I do apologize. We are trying to find a way where we can make this a bit more streamlined. But as an example, let's just say I wanted to go to blood sugar support, and I can now go ahead and select which modality it belongs to, and I can select all the different tags that I would like this library to be associated with. This just makes it easier finding, because at the end of the day, when a user comes here to buy libraries, if they just see a list of 1,000 or 2,000 libraries, it really is going to be daunting for them. And this is why we try to break it up into two different search components. The first component is the modalities, where every single library is going to be assigned to one of these modalities, which will help streamline the process. And then secondly, every library is going to have a variety of keywords associated with that specific library. So in doing that, your first option is when you can search by modality, you can search by digestive or by detox as an example. It'll pull up all the libraries related to the digestive system. And then you can go to the specific keywords and say, okay, well, if it's digestive system, then I want to have a look at maybe, you can kind of remove them. I want to have a look at bloating, affirmations, cardiovascular. And as you can see, you can kind of unselect and select to suit your library needs. And then obviously that is kind of, it's updated real time, and it gives the user who's purchasing libraries from the app marketplace or from the library marketplace, it's making it just easier for them to go ahead and actually make that purchase. So again, you know, this is relatively in beta. And when I say in beta, just the specific page over here and the assigning of the keywords and then the assigning of the libraries to these specific modalities. So the plan is to get our practitioners to log in and to begin making these respective changes so that we can actually go ahead and make this live and available online in the next 4 or 5 weeks. Okay, question. Okay, Karen, I can't really answer your question in terms of human augmentation other than augmented reality, which we kind of have explored around with the Genius. I can't share too much with that, I'm afraid.
I don't think
But-
it was Karen. I'm not sure. It just says
It's not
KM.
me. It's not me. It's someone
Yeah.
else.
We aren't sure who that is.
Okay, well, Cam, I'm not too sure if I can help you, but by all means, please do reach out to me privately. Certainly love to hear more. I'd certainly love to hear your thoughts on that. But what I'd like to do is open it up. Any last questions? But I know you've been here for an hour. I really want to thank you for your time. I hope this has made sense. I hope you've been able to follow in terms of what we've been working on, what we're looking at integrating, and what we expect will be available in the next 4 to 8 weeks. And again, to start sharing this, by all means, make sure you use your Genius direct referral link from within the Genius. Obviously, it's a guaranteed way of ensuring that you do get compensated for any commissions that you may occur or you may procure while you are on your merry way promoting the Genius. But again, for those of you that have joined us, again, thank you very much. I really appreciate your time. My name is Ryan Williams, one of the founders of the Genius Insight Biofeedback App. I'm super excited what we are developing. I think it's going to be super fun. We've got a lot more information that we have been working on. Some of it controversial, but some of it always beneficial. But you know, where there's controversy, we always know there's a bit of a jewel in there as well. So we need to find the jewels within the controversy. So once again, everyone, thank you so much. Have a lovely weekend, and you'll be hearing from us in the week. Bye-bye.